Helen from Heritage Garden Seeds, and today I'm going to show you how to sow microgreens. Now microgreens are great because you can sow them at any time of year and they are ready to harvest in less than 2 weeks. So how cool is that? Let's dive in. So the variety that I'm going to sow today is red cabbage, but the process is exactly the same for any variety, so it doesn't matter what you're sowing, you can just follow along. So what do we need to sow microgreens? I'm going to use these small trays, so this is like a quarter seed tray. I've filled that with compost. I've got another little tray that I can just pop over on top of the seeds after I've sown them, and I'll explain why shortly. And then I've just got this little dish, just because it is just the perfect size to pop that in. So I'm going to actually grow my microgreens inside on the window ledge, so all this is for is to protect the paintwork. So like I say, I filled the seed tray with compost, and this is just a quarter seed tray, which is the perfect size for microgreens. And then we're just going to evenly scatter our seeds onto the surface of the compost. So if you're using a quarter tray, you need about 1 teaspoon of seeds just to scatter all over this tray. So literally that is about all I'm going to use, and there's plenty more in the packet for the next round. So I'm just going to scatter those evenly on the surface of the compost. And then just lightly press those into the compost just so they've got that contact. And then I'm just going to lightly water those in with a light spray. So you want the compost to be moist but not soaking wet. And then we're just going to make sure that that compost stays moist as the seeds germinate and grow. So I'm going to cover my tray with another empty tray, and all that does is helps to exclude the light, which can help to develop stronger seedlings. There is absolutely no obligation to cover your seeds. If you don't want to, you don't need to. If you don't want to cover your seeds, that's absolutely fine. Just leave your seeds on the surface of the compost. Like I say, just make sure the compost stays moist. You don't want to cover them with soil, because all that's going to happen if you do that is when your seedlings start to emerge, you're going to have all the little bits of soil coming up as well, which is going to attach to your seedlings, and it's not going to make for pleasant eating. So don't cover the seeds with any compost. If you are going to cover your seeds like me with the little tray, then we'll just remove the tray when we see the first little leaves that start to appear. So I've just got this little glass dish to pop my seed tray into, and it's just to protect the windowsill or any furniture from any moisture that's going to come through the tray, because the trays do have holes in, and you can use a plate or something similar. And then your microgreens are ready to harvest when the leaves open up, and they're about 2 or 3 inches in height. And all you need to do is take a pair of scissors and just cut near the base of the seedlings. So microgreens are really quick to grow and even quicker to enjoy, so you want to make a fresh sowing about once a week. And then you can use your microgreens to garnish and add flavour to pretty much anything. So I love to garnish my fried egg on toast with some tasty little microgreens, or you can use them as a salad topper or pop them in sandwiches as well. So just a great easy way to add some lovely fresh crunchy flavour to pretty much anything. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Instagram is the best place to get in touch with me, so the Instagram handle is @heritagegardenseeds, or you can email me at hello@heritagegardenseeds.com.